It's time for Roses and Rosé. Guys, this glass of rosé is so full. Just like part one of this week's two-night event was packed full of drama.
You. So,
Be careful, just like Rachel had to be with Jack. Am I right? Okay.
We should get along. We should be perfect for each other.
Let's dive in. I was so pleased with this episode because usually when it's a two-night event, night one's a little blah, night two's a little pow, but night one was pow. Okay. Also, yes, everybody, Bachelor in Paradise is back in production. Thank you, Jesus. Right at the top, good episode. So you guys might have heard of Monty Python's The Life of Bryan.
You all got to work it out for yourself.
Well, this was the night of Bryan. Bryan was saying all the right things. He was telling Rachel that they're a perfect match.
and I thought about it, you know what? It's a very simple solution. I just think we're a perfect match.
That they are so good together.
Every single time I see you, it's just progress.
That he was gonna tell her exactly how he felt. And Rachel doesn't like to play games. Bryan is not playing games. Bryan is like, sit down in my class, read my textbook. It's a love story of me and you.
Well, this is a fairy tale.
No.
I'm not playing games. Bryan.
You did say fairy tale.
I think it is a fairy tale.
37-year-old chiropractor from Illinois, in case you forgot, because even at this stage, it's easy to forget. This episode, I saw the truth behind Bryan, and I see why Rachel likes him. Be persistent, it's key. We had the cute moment with Bryan, and then we had a one-on-one with Jack. Hey, Jack. You've heard of the movie Jack with Robin Williams. It's about a kid who was unusual.
Oh, no way.
This Jack was too. Okay, so Jack and Rachel, I don't know what they did. I just remember Jack's stare.
For Rachel.
I'll try to imitate it for you now. Okay. So Jack asked if he was crazy.
It's crazy, but it's crazy.
And then he said he knows Rachel's dad really well.
I feel like I get him, but...
And he just wouldn't stop talking about how close they were getting.
I don't necessarily feel closer to him.
And Rachel very diplomatically said, no.
That didn't sound great to me.
And then she sent him home. Bye, Jack. But he's in paradise, so we'll get another chance to see this. And Jack tried to kiss Rachel, but she was like, I'm sick, I'm sick.
You're gonna get sick. You're gonna get sick.
It's okay.
One more time for your nightmares. My hair's making it weirder. It's like a Phantom of the Opera kind of thing. Oh,
You.
the Kenny and Lee feud returns. Drink every time Kenny calls Lee a snake this episode.
Disingenuous snake. Yeah, he's reptilian, slither from place to place.
Kenny literally mimed a snake, mimed that Lee was a snake during the rose ceremony. He is not messing around. Here's one thing I like about Kenny. I think because he's like a semi-pro wrestler, he comes up with a lot of really fun phrases when he's insulting Lee. Like, you can't handle this realness. And Iggy was sent home. And Tickle Monster Man was sent home.
One for the road.
But we know at least we'll see Iggy in Para twice. Bachelor in Para twice. Enjoy it, everybody. Can't wait. Airing this summer. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't know what to count anymore, but I'm excited about it. Okay. Oh, and now we're in Norway at a hotel name that's hard to say.
Scandic Holmenkollen Park Hotel here in Oslo, Norway.
That was Dean's one line of the episode. We're still at that stage where each episode kind of focuses on a different person. I like it. It keeps it interesting and helps me know who these people are because I still forget. Because there's still a lot of them. Back to the night of Bryan. So Bryan gets a one-on-one. Ooh, ah. And when I say ah, I mean literally ah!
Murder!
because their one-on-one was them rappelling down the side of some kind of mountain building.
Oh, okay.
And it looked so scary. And Bryan was like,
You're not scared, I'm not scared.
and I was like, oh, if you're a bird, I'm a bird.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
And I'm like, if only we could fly and get away from here. Good Lord. But you guys, this is when I fell for Bryan, because as they were rappelling down the mountain building mountain from space, Bryan called her babe, and then he wanted a kiss. And I just love when they call each other babe, because it's so intimate and real. Some guys, when they do it, it's weird, but with Bryan, it wasn't. And then we heard a lot of kissing noises. Drink every time you hear a kissing noise. Oh, and Bryan and Rachel had this really amazing dinner where Rachel proved once again why we loved her. She said that she did not blossom until college.
And so I didn't know how to take it. I wasn't ready for it.
And that she has some insecurities about that. I literally say that phrase. I always say, I didn't blossom until college. Rachel, I love you. Do I sound like Jack?
And we are going to be playing a popular European sport, handball.
Ooh, then we had handball. Why? I don't know. Rachel said it was a well-known European sport. I would have to Google it, but I didn't care enough, so I didn't Google it. So I don't know what it is. But the guys wore these outfits, which were great. Handball. Emphasis on the ball. And Peter was looking good. And Peter was throwing Rachel around, and nobody was complaining about that. Okay? Okay. Oh, and Will got a moment. I love Will. You guys, Will has been the unsung hero, voice of reason on this show amidst all the Kenny and Lee garbage, and Will finally got a rose. And Rachel called him Michael Jordan. Will for Bachelor. I really mean this. Either Peter for Bachelor if he doesn't get picked and she picks Bryan, or Will for Bachelor if she picks Peter and I love Will. I love Will. Will is great. Back to the house, and now the night of Peter. Bye, Bryan. So we're reminded of how much Rachel loves Peter, because she's like, Peter notices things that no one else does.
And when I'm with Peter, he is very lasered in to me.
Which says a lot. And then Peter kisses her, and then Rachel makes a move.
Do you want to cover it in the hot tub?
Let's do it.
Yes, Rachel, yes. She's like, why don't we cover this in the hot tub? Oh, why don't we take a meeting in the hot tub? Why don't we have the conference call in the hot tub? Why don't we look over your PowerPoint in the hot tub? Why don't we go over your in the hot tub? Yes! From the law firm of Lindsay, and Lindsay, I'll take it. So Peter and Rachel are in the hot tub. And we got a lot of great zooms on Peter's hands. And I don't know if they made them reshoot that, but if they did, great call, Bachelor producers. Great call. Yeah. Oh, but Will got the rose and Peter was sad. And I don't blame Peter because he worked hard on that date. You saw the hands. He was working hard. But Peter, we gotta keep people guessing, you know? So Will got the rose. Oh, and now we know what sad Peter looks like. Sad Peter wears a hoodie. He's like, I'm not doing my hair. I'm sad Peter. By the way, I exclusively interviewed Peter, and if you want to check out the interview, it's over at etonline.com. He explains his connection with Rachel and also talks about whether he'd be the Bachelor. So Leah's still a snake.
You.
And we go to Lee and Kenny's 2-on-1, and it's in the woods because Lee's a snake and snakes are outdoors. And because 2-on-1s are always in remote areas so that people can be left behind dramatically. Great, I'll take it, I don't mind. Oh, and there's a lot of debate about a van. Lee says that Kenny pushed him out of a van.
You pulled him out of a van.
And Rachel tells Kenny that Lee says he pushed him out of a van. And Kenny says that never happened.
It's 100% false.
And there was never a van.
He's lying to you.
Can we roll the clip? These people get everything on film. Roll the van clip. What happened in the van? I want to know about the van.
This short stack southern piece of garbage.
So Kenny continues to be creative with his insults.
Oh, God.
But will he be as creative with his fists? We won't find out until tomorrow night, everybody. Tuesday night is the conclusion of the Bachelorette 2-night event. We will not be doing a Roses and Rosé for Tuesday night. However, on Tuesday morning, we will be at ET's Facebook page with a Facebook Live, so check that out. And also, please, of course, let me know your thoughts. Who are you loving? Peter, Bryan, Peter, Bryan, or Dean?
Dean! Oh!
Dean's still interesting, but we barely saw him this episode except for when he couldn't pronounce the hotel name.
Scanned Coleman Park Hotel.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Love you guys. Please subscribe to ET on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and have a great night. I still have so much rosé left. It's rosé from last week. If anyone knows how long wine stays wine, I'd love to know. I'd love to know. But it's not gonna stop me. Just like Lee. Bye! Let me pull up my notes. What's my code? Peter's hands and a hot tub.